Today we are going to learn how to change eighths to decimals. So if we have 1/8, we can't change that to a tenth. We can't even change it to a hundredths. Okay, but we can change it to 1,000. You can check that on your calculator. 8 times what is 1,000, or 1,000 divided by 8 is what? It's 125. So if I multiplied the bottom by 125, I would have to multiply the top by 125, and I get 125 1,000ths. How do I write that as a decimal? 0.125. So 1/8 is 0.125. If I go to 2/8, well, I need to recognize that 2/8, if I simplify that, is the same as 1/4. And we already know, thinking about money, 1/4 is the same as 1/4, which is 0.25. Go to 3/8. Okay, we're going to have to change that just like we did for this first one up here. You're going to have to multiply 125. So for 8, you really just want to remember that key number, 125. Okay, then you won't have to divide that out to figure out what it is. So if you multiply the bottom times that, then you need to multiply the top. And 3 times 125 is 375. So I'm going to change. So that's going to change to 375 thousandths. And go to 4/8. You should recognize that 4/8 is the same as 1/2. You already know that 1/2 is 0.5. Then when we go to 5/8, we're going to have to multiply again. And we know 125, so it's going to be 5 times 125 and we get 625 thousandths, which is 625 thousandths with the decimal. Okay, 6/8. 6/8, if you simplify it, it's the same as 3/4. And we know that 3/4 is the same as 3/4, which is 0.75. Okay, then we go to 7/8. 7/8 we are going to have to work out. Times 125 times 125. 125 times 7 is 875. So it's 875 thousandths, and we write that as a decimal, 875 thousandths. Okay, so now you want to look at these, and we want to just notice the pattern that we have going on here. All of these numbers end in a 5. Okay, this is 3 digits, 2 digits, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. Okay, so for the half, it only has to go over one place. But before that, it goes, it's over 3 places, 2 places, 3 places, 3 places, 2 places, 3 places. Okay, also the numbers that we start with, 1, 2, 3, then jumps to 5, and then it goes 6, 7, 8. Okay, so a lot of these are just patterns that we can look at. That way, eventually when you see 0.625, you know that that equals 5/8. Or when you see 0.875, you're going to know that that equals 7/8. So you need to look for the patterns, because we need to be able to recognize the fraction to a decimal and the decimal to a fraction. This is the only one, these are the only decimals, or the only fractions that when we change them, it will go all the way out to the thousandths. Okay, so if you see these going all the way out to the thousandths like this, you know it's eighths. Okay, so we'll be working with these and practicing with them, so that you get used to seeing them and recognizing them. But remember, 125 goes along with 8. That way you can just multiply you've already multiplied your denominator, and you just need to multiply your numerator.